People say that information is power, but but I think otherwise. I think information is just the fuel, but acting on the information is the real power. Most people get a whole lot of information and they seem to do nothing about it. They actually just leave it there. The information is just there. They keep gathering information. I mean, if information was power, your professors in your universities won't be asking for a pay raise every time. I mean, these guys are teaching finance, these guys are teaching accounting, these guys are teaching entrepreneurship, these guys are teaching agriculture. But why is it that most of these people do not even own farms? The professor of agriculture does not own a farm that is producing enough food to feed his own family. He's complaining about the cost of rice. He's complaining about the cost of rice in the market. The professor of economics doesn't even know what it is to be economically free or to live a financially free life. And maybe a professor of accounting is probably struggling with managing his own finance. It's an irony. And this is what the society looks like. Sorry, I have to wear my glasses. It's a little bit. Oh, that fell. Ooh, I'm going to have to. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to edit it out. I'm going to leave it because I'm just human and mistakes happen. This is it. The light fell. It fell on my keyboard. And okay, so you see a lot of people that have so much information, but they are not using it. If you're a small business, I used to tell people that you should stop thinking like a civil servant. Now, most of the people that have so much information, they simply think like civil servants. How do civil servants think? Well, once it's the end of the month, then go pay me my small money and I'll use my money and do this. That is foolishness. Year after year, year in, year out, you keep living in the same position. You have so much information, you do not work on the information, yet you claim information is power. Let me tell you, information alone is not power. It's useless. Information is just the fuel. But acting on the information is the powerful part of it. And that's the part that people refuse to do. They have information that the trend is moving towards this side. They have information that people are no more doing, spending so much time on Instagram and Facebook. People are moving to TikTok, but they refuse to move to TikTok because they are so comfortable with Facebook and Instagram. They have information that there is a new social media platform that people are moving up there. People are doing different stuff there. They'll be like, no, I don't do social media. I'm not a social media person. I don't like social media. I'm just going to stay here. I don't think, it's just a clout. It's just a clamor. Really? In the world where everything is moving so fast? Oh, you have information. And you feel that the older generation will keep doing the same things over and over and over again and it will work. Oh, kudos. Well done. You're so going to be left behind. You're going to be left behind with your stupid degrees, with your stupid certifications and all of that. The world is moving with or without you. I used to tell people when civil servants think, they simply think of promotion that is going to be dependent on another person. But when business people think, they think of how to promote themselves, how to brand themselves, how to personally be in the position where their customers are going to see them, how to create new brands, meet new people, talk to new people, and get to do things differently. But civil servant, oh, hey, the month must end for them to earn. And how sad will it be if something should happen and the month refuses to end? Okay, that's just by the way. Once it starts, it's definitely going to end. But think about it. What are the other things that you can do with your life? What are your other potentials that you have failed to use simply because you have the information and you are not using it? Information is power. Information is power, but will only be power if you use it. It's not even power. Information is the fuel to that machine, which is you. Now, if you pour a fuel into a machine and you stop using that machine, it is useless. That's why so many people feed their brains with information and they fail to use it and it becomes useless. They go to school to study agriculture, and the graduate of agriculture is looking for a job in a bank simply because he feels that whatsoever he's going to do with his agriculture is not going to work. You see a graduate of engineering going to look for stupid things to do just because they feel that the information they got is useless. Hey, don't quote me wrong. Don't quote me wrong. The world is a cruel, a brutal place, and people don't find jobs and things are difficult. I understand. When you find your low hanging fruits, I understand. I understand that the economy is bad. I understand that people are struggling. I understand that you need a very rich father. You need someone. You need connection. But I did it without a connection. I've never begged anybody for a job, and I'm still surviving. You see, I didn't even study one of those good courses that you guys call good in the university. I studied microbiology in the university, and I did food and industrial microbiology. I did industrial and food microbiology at my MSc, and I decided that what I'm going to do with my life is going to be beyond my degree. Now, this dawned on me ever since I started my 100 level. In my I think 300 or 200 level when we went for the IT, I realized that what I'm studying, I didn't really like it. Yeah, I didn't really like it. I didn't really like it in the sense that, no, I love microbiology. My life speaks microbiology. I love the information. But the problem I had was the application of that information. Now, when I went for my IT, it dawned on me that, nah, this is not really where I want to be. My life should be more adventurous than just staying here to take samples and do all of that. And besides, I heard there were crises that people in microbiology were not allowed to practice because the people in the medical lab science were doing this and that and that. And I told myself, oh, so this is the maze that I'm dragging myself into. And I was told by my lecturers that you can walk anywhere, you can do this. I told myself no. And from day one, I had seen my parents who were civil servants suffering. I saw their struggle, and I told myself I wasn't going to suffer this way. I wasn't going to struggle this way. If I was supposed to have a struggle, my struggle should be different from that of my parents. If not, I wouldn't be any different from them. So I decided to take the other route. There's always more than one way to a particular thing. So I decided to take the entrepreneurship route. I started by doing small businesses. I mean, I've never had a job before. I've never known what it feels like to test a salary. Man, okay, yeah, I actually did test the salary. Once I went to teach in nursery school, and it was fun. I didn't do it for the salary because the money was very small. It was just 5,000 there. I didn't do it for the money. I was a graduate. That was years ago. I did it because I needed to learn how to speak to kids, to how to relate with people, and how to bring myself to the level where I can talk to kids and explain things to them for them to understand. That's why I was there. It was always fun. While waiting for my NYC, it was fun just going out there to. I mean, at this point, I was still doing my farm work. I was still doing my night Okada work. I was still doing a lot of other stuff just to make sure that I make ends meet. While the rest were waiting at home, I'll be going in the afternoon to be playing with the kids, and on weekends I'll be going to my farm, and in the night I'll be doing Okada work. And I was doing a whole lot of stores because I wanted to change my story. The information I had that I was a microbiologist, yeah, it stick to the brain. Of course, I've gone up to my MSc in it, but it will be so useless for me if after all the information I've gotten, I do not become a relevant person in the society. So what I simply did was, I knew I was a microbiologist. There was really no room for me in the conventional employment space. So I decided to use small businesses to make myself relevant. With my knowledge of microbiology, my knowledge of the food microbiology, I talk to people on food. I've invested in the food sector by doing other small businesses related to food, which is still a part of using that knowledge. Now, I learned how to preserve my own agri produce because I know the microbiological parts of food spoilage and all of that. So I applied that knowledge in my agricultural business. Do you get the knowledge of microbiology? I applied it in my agricultural business. I was encountering minimum spoilage in my agricultural produce. That is because I understood the concept of microbiology. Now, why am I dragging you to my microbiology and bringing you to my agri business? Information is useless. It is not powerful. Petrol on itself is useless except you pour it inside the machine that can use the petrol. Now, you have the information, which is your fuel. Pour it inside your machine and use it. Use it effectively. And when you pour it inside your machine, you don't just leave the machine there, you put the machine to work. If you spent money buying that machine, if you spent money buying that fuel, then use it. Use it. Use it. Use it. Use it. So, just like I was saying, today I'm working as a media personnel. I have a photo studio. I got another set of information along the line. I love the way things were moving, things were migrating so fast, moving into the media, tech, entertainment space. I knew that I had a natural flair for information. I had a natural flair for entertainment. So what did I do? I went to get information. I started from apprenticeship. I went from apprenticeship to exploring more. I went to a film school to learn more skills in order to sharpen the skills which I had from apprenticeship. I did photography through apprenticeship. I went to film school and I did cinematography and filmmaking. I mean, these things all connect. In my cinematography and filmmaking journey, I have seen situations where I have to talk like a microbiologist that I am. I have seen situations where I have to talk like a food expert, that I also am from my MSc. I The dots are connected. The information I got. I mean, there was a time when I went to a particular event and I saw people cooking and I told the person, Mama, if you put this food in a particular way, this food, before the end of the event, you'll be serving sour meal. And she thought I was joking. And she kept it in a particular way. Before the end of the event, the meal was sour. And I was right there. When she was bringing it out, I was right there. And she told me, photographer, you been telling me, say this is go sour. So what am I saying? Knowledge alone is not okay. Information alone is not okay. Information alone is not power. You need to apply it. You need to use it. Use it. Use it. Use it. Remember the story of the talents. This one was given a talent, he hid it. This one was given a talent, he used it. See, if you don't use it, it's going to be taken away from you. And if you don't use it now that you have it, information has a timeline. And that timeline is when you have that inspiration, when you feel that you have that information, some other person out there is also conceiving that information, but whosoever does it first gets the result. And maybe you'll be like, I was thinking about it. I thought about it. But then it's useless. Some informations that you have are only relevant in the now. And if you don't use it now, and you are keeping it to use it tomorrow there'll be new information, there'll be new usage and new application. And what will happen to you that time? You become irrelevant. My name is Ukomo and I'm the rich son of a classroom teacher. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you've not liked already, come on, I'm going to give you some time. Like, okay, just subscribe to this channel and I'll definitely bring you informations relating to business and small businesses and how you can grow. I basically love talking about small businesses. I call myself the small business doctor because I know that all what I've done in life and all what I've been able to achieve so far, I know that it is the small businesses that paid for my MSc, and I know that it is the small businesses that I've done that has financed my lifestyle. I can come to talk to you about small businesses because I've done small businesses, and I'm saying like, share, and subscribe. The good thing is, when you subscribe to this channel, you'll be learning from someone who is growing in the process, from someone who is practically doing it. You're not learning from someone who has made it big already. You're learning from someone who is still in the journey. So it's a good thing that you're learning from me now and not when I finally become that big name and you'll be wondering how I started. So learn from me now. Let's grow together. Let's get the informations together and let's use the information together. My name is Ukobo Apan. I am the rich son of a classroom teacher. I like to call myself the small business doctor. If you've not liked and subscribed to this channel already, please do that. And I'll see you in the next video.